Hello, everybody. Welcome to what is going to be the most epic of streams. Today, I am going to be officially playing my first tabletop RPG with some amazing members of the Heather Just Play community. But and the one that we're going to be playing is actually the Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG, which I think is going to be an amazing intro into this whole world that for some reason has passed me by for nearly 40 years. But I'm really excited to give it a try. And I'm excited to be able to share this experience with you guys on stream. Before we get started, I do want to make a few announcements. Operation Rising Tide, if you have been following, is officially concluding this Monday. And I just want to shout out the Heather Just Play community. You guys have been awesome for bringing that whole thing to life. If you missed it, I did upload the town hall replay that we had last night. It was uploaded this morning. So if you want to see what is next for the future of Heather Just Play, lots of exciting things. There are also chapter markers and timestamps in the pinned comment if you want to jump around. But it's all very exciting. We have a lot of ways that we can go, but really the main takeaway is that Heather Just Play is here to stay. So really excited about that. And we have a couple of events for the rest of Operation Rising Tide. If you want to find out those details, you can go to our website over at heatherjustplay.com. You can find our community calendar or community Google Calendar there. And also join us on our Discord. There's going to be a link right there on the top of the page. We'd love to have you. And I think that's it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do our first adventure in Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG. We've got the simulator all set up. And I'm going to just switch over to that screen right now. So here we go. Boom. And so today I am going to be joined by 3 other adventurers. And then also we have our amazing lore keeper who's going to be running the show. So this is me right here. And then we've got 8-Bit over here on this side of the table. And then over here, we've got Cirilla on this side of the table. And then we have Arcana over here. So we are going to be our light party, our party of 4. And then on this side of the table, we've got our lore keeper, Tanail. And Tanail is
the dark, mysterious section.
Yeah. And Tanail, actually, do you want to talk a little bit about your TTRPG experience, Tin?
Yeah, sure. Hi. I've been doing this literally since I was 16 years old. I'm currently almost 46, so going on 35 years. I played the original, for you old nerds out there, I played the original Dungeons & Dragons Red Box, the very first Dungeons & Dragons out there, and was never a player until about 10 years ago. I was always the dungeon master, the storyteller, because I was the little girl with the big imagination. So, I got thrust behind the dungeon master screen and got to kill other players for fun. It's always been a good time. So 10 years ago, when I started playing Final Fantasy XIV, I could have never expected that I'd be sitting now at even a virtual or real life table, getting to combine my 2 favorite things of Final Fantasy XIV and a tabletop role-playing game. For those of you who don't know what it is, this is essentially playing pretend with a lot more rules. So our 4 players here are going to be embodying their characters from the game, and there are some rules of how they're going to be adjusting to certain situations and combat encounters that I'm going to be throwing up against them. The outcome of these are all done with dice rolls. You'll see each player has a full of colored dice on their area of the table that they can roll to generate random numbers and hopefully make them just a little bit more not awesome. Not that I don't want them to be awesome, it's just I like it when, the captain comes so close to death. I wonder if we're going to have to rewrite history or not, because that's the big thing about this, is we've decided that the adventures that we have here at this table and other tables that I might be running in the future are all canon to the Others Just Play and Kraken's Call cinematic universe, whatever you want to call it. So what happens here, for lack of a better term, happens in quote unquote fingers, air quotes, real life. So yeah, that said, we all ready to get into this?
Yes.
Yay.
Let's
Ready.
do it.
All right. Let me add some cool ambiance.
Atomic says this tabletop looks amazing.
It looks so cool.
Nice.
I don't know if anybody has seen, but this screen is so cool with all the FF14 art, and then you have Pogu right there, right on the left of the Final Fantasy 14 logo. It's such a nice touch.
Wait, where?
On the
Oh,
on our Dungeon Master screen or Game Master screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
Yeah, you can zoom in on it. It's
How cute is
really neat.
that? Oh.
Yeah, that's what happens when you give me a little bit of time in Photoshop.
That's perfect.
Alright, let's get started.
Alright.
The city of prosperity. Nestled in the middle of the deserts of Thanalan, Hulda is one of the 3 city-states that comprises the Grand Alliance of Eorzea. Having stood side by side with the leaders of Gridania and Limsa during the fall of Dalanad, Hulda was the first of the 3 cities to be struck by the Lunge devastation, and thus struck the hardest. However, for reasons unknown, the city was also the first to recover to an acceptable state. While the general belief is that the city recovered due to the resilience of its people, another story speaks of a great wall of goblins that wrapped around the entire perimeter of the city. The creatures and their riders sacrificing themselves to protect the greater area. It's been 5 years since the fall of Dalamud, and the people of Izaki are still recovering. While the cities have mostly rebuilt and returned to normal functioning, the memories of that horrible night still linger on the minds of many. Now, life is all about how we get things back the rest of the way to normal. Having just returned from the airship landing, Shichi, Co-Captain Adam, and a number of the rest of the crew of the Kraken's Call off to a well-deserved bit of respite to the Gold Saucer, the 4 of our adventurers here are relaxing at a table together inside of the quicksand home of Ulda's Adventurers Guild. While Adam and the rest of the crew have chosen to spend some of their rewards on games of chance, the 4 of you have chosen to make a much safer bet on yourselves. After all, Ulda's motto is for coin and country, and a bit of extra coin couldn't hurt at the moment. Now, let's take a moment to introduce ourselves. Starting to my left, just let everybody know who you are, who you're playing, and your role in the group, and maybe how you came about being on the ship or what you do on the ship. We'll start with 8-Bit. Go right ahead.
My name is Cerberus, and I'm playing Darian Taru. I'm a paladin, and I joined the Kraken's Call. Basically, chartered a ship on the way to Costa del Sol, but we haven't gotten there yet. To kind of pay off some debts that I've had, and I've kind of hit it off with the crew and kind of just running some work with them.
Nice.
Next up,
Who's next?
that would be you.
That would be me.
To my left.
Hello,
Yep, go
everybody. My name is Oliver Bentley. Here's me. I am a white mage and be the healer of the group today. And I am also the captain of Kraken's Call.
Next up, we've got Arcana.
Hi, it's Arcana over here. So I am Arcana Dawn. I am a summoner. I will be filling one of the 2 DPS spots in our light party today. And I joined the crew on my way in to find a boat to get me to Limsa, but with all the shenaniganry that has gone on, I haven't quite made it to Limlam yet, so we're still buddying up together until we can get where we're going.
Sounds good. All right, Cyrilla, you're up.
Okay, so my name is Cyrilla. I serve as a historian and lancer for Kraken's Call. So I have a little bit of a snippet for her. It's a little over a year into her adventuring around Eorzea when she then bumped into Oliver in Kraken's Call. Academically gifted, she's a part-time lecturer at the Studium in Old Charlian. Cyrilla is looking for additional work since her part-time work at the Studium doesn't pay enough. She's clumsy with Gil, because she never had to work or manage Gil while at the Holy See in Ishgard. Deeply religious, law-abiding, follows the rules, and generally defers to authority. And she seeks other for guidance.
Aww. That's great.
Awesome. At last and certainly not least, I am your lore keeper, Bree. But you guys know me as Tanea. In the community, it's my role to keep track of all the adventures that our figures get into and all the troubles that they try to get out of. I'm honored, honestly, to be the one to tell this early part of the Kraken's Call story and to be two of our players, Arcana and Heather's first chance to step into the world of tabletop role-playing. And as your lore keeper, my job is to make sure that you guys don't die. But come over as close as possible so that maybe you have some nightmares for a few days afterwards. Hopefully I will make the very world around you melt away and you'll just slide into the world of Eorzea with nothing more than my words. When you close your eyes, I hope that my words can paint a tapestry for you of what you're actually doing and seeing. If we can do that, then I've done my job. Right, so, this game is brand new. And when I mean brand new, I mean, I think the tabletop of the starter set came out in October. The core book is not even a month old yet. So, fair warning, just a little bit of advance notice. There's gonna be some blunders. We're all still getting used to the rules. Two of our players, like I just said, have never, ever played a tabletop RPG. No Dungeons and Dragons, no Pathfinder, no Vampire the Masquerade, none of it. This is their very first foray. So, we'll do our best to explain what's going on so that everybody here can have a chance to understand what's going on, as well as everybody watching. So maybe whenever Square Enix decides to release another wave of the starter set or the core rulebook, you throw some money at them and try this for yourself on a real table with some friends. So, with all that out of the way, let's go right into the rest of the story. As the three of you are relaxing at your table, a red-haired Lalafell strides up across the lamplit tavern and approaches you. You recognize her immediately as the proprietress, Momoti. Why, Oliver, she says. You don't happen to be looking for a job by chance. As it happens, I've got something that might interest you. See, my crystal shipment belonging to Amagia in Sans Mineral Concern has been raided while it was making its way from here from the Notable Mines. The concern's offering good claim to any adventurers who can get to the bottom of this mess and get those crystal back. What do y'all say?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's
do it.
do it.
I
Sounds
absolutely need some coin. I've got some debts to pay off from Teleji.
She giggles a bit. She says, I'm not feeling on by you seem the type. Here, take these. And then she passes off onto the table 4 vials. So grab them all. If I can do that, here we go. Now these here are, I guess I could put this out here too, so you guys will see what they are. Spin that. And make it bigger.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, you do that with the plus and the minus key, by the way, on any item that is unlocked, at least. The yellow items are ethers. As you'll see on the notes, these will restore 1 MP when used. These are a one-time use thing. And the potions, just like in the game, are potions. They restore 3 hit points to the target, and you start going afterwards. So you can divvy these up as you guys see fit, but you must You can only use it if you have it. So, for instance, if for whatever reason the dragoon needed to use an ether but doesn't have one, you're out of luck, chum.
Okay, so we can't use an action to like give the potion to somebody else.
You could, but it would be a primary action.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like, I'm gonna get into what primary and secondary actions are in a bit when I try to kill these guys. I mean, when they get into combat, my bad.
Question for you, Tin.
Yeah.
Do we? So I guess when we do acquire these items, do we put them in a bag or do we put them in our?
Just put them to the side somewhere so that, to have them out and about so that you have a visual representation that you have a potion or an ether or what have you. And then when you're ready to use them, you just hand them in to me.
Got it. Thank you.
Hey, Tinny,
Yes, ma'am.
you said you were looking into primary actions?
Yep.
Page 24 of the book that we have.
Got the player book.
Yeah.
It's kind of full.
Ah, there we go.
On a character's turn, they may perform under the primary action, and primary ability. It doesn't say anything about giving an item, that just says they can use an item.
Yeah, use a primary item. Use a primary ability, use a primary item.
Wow,
sprint.
well there you
Oh,
are.
yeah.
And these
Okay.
and both of these items are secondaries, so you can use them as a secondary ability instead of your primary.
Interesting. Got it.
Okay, cool.
Probably the more powerful items, like for instance on that little thing that the company issued tonic, is it's a revive essentially. If you have a white mage with you, it brings somebody back from knocked out and gives them hit points, and that's a primary ability that you have to use it on. So, considering that the potion and the ether are not as strong, they're secondary actions.
Okay. These are just the items that Momodi is showing us right now that are the rewards for the quest?
Nope, they're for you to go to take. She passes you the parchment containing the 2 potions and 2 ethers and says, "They're in the house. Consider it a little gift to get you started and on the right foot."
So should we
awesome. Okay.
divvy those up now? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
So I'd say probably the ethers for definitely one for Heather at least,
Yeah, probably
and
Heather and
maybe one for Arcana.
Hmm.
And then we'll split the potions.
that works.
Cool.
So yeah, each one of you take whatever necessary items. Arcana, if you want to grab your ether there and set it over by your side. And I'll leave this little card out here so you guys can refer to it later on as well.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Heather's over there twirling her little things.
Sorry.
I saw you. These for you and Eve, you can spin it. Jason. Wee. Now we're having fun.
Button does it too.
Oh no. You shouldn't have told me that.
Hold on one second. Let me adjust people's
Unlocks
volume.
mouse and goes crazy. Okay, cool.
Okay. Atomic, let me know how that is, and if it still needs to be adjusted, just let me know, yeah? Cool.
Oh, is it coming on YouTube, or is it okay on YouTube for everybody?
You're a little faint, Cirilla, so I just bumped you up in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I need to
Yeah.
do that as well. Okay.
But we should
In the
be good now.
meantime, Cirilla is curious if there's any guild part of this quest. She starts.
Aren't we
What is
all?
that like that emote where you're rubbing your fingers together and you're just like, is there any guild
I mean,
part of this?
she did say the concern is offering good food to the adventurers so you get to the bottom of this and bring the crystals back. So
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Yeah, because my understanding of Ul'dah is
How
it's
much?
pretty
She's not
wealthy,
saying.
wealthy city-state.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely the wealthiest of the Eorzean Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And there's rumors that Momodi here might have a tie to the real power behind the throne, if you know what I mean.
Mm. Right. Yeah.
Because everybody knows that the Sultanate is not a figurehead, but an actual power player. It's kind of like living in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
except it's a lot cleaner and it doesn't rain all the time. Anyways, so Momodi continues to explain. I love the UK, I promise. It's one of my favorite places to visit. And then immediately leave. Mooney explains that the sanity attack falls under the jurisdiction of the Stone Torches and directs you all to speak with a Hyurian man named Warren at Blackbrush Station.
Warren?
So as soon as you guys, if you have anything else, yeah, Warren at Warin. I actually have a thing for him. Let me see if I can find it. Sick.
You have a thing
Okay.
for Warren?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I totally do. You'll understand in a minute, trust me.
Okay. This is Blackbrush Station, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Where is that
Central
again? Is that
Xanaland.
Central? Okay.
Mm.
Right.
So not
Right
too
out-
far from where you guys are at. Just north of, you leave, it's just outside of the quicksand and head north and you can't miss it.
Okay.
Arcana has the benefit of having been a traveler in these lands for the last 3.5 years.
Oh, that's so cool.
So she's got some back knowledge of where some things are, but she's also a bit of a forgetful lady, so she may not remember with 100% accuracy. And this is how my brain fog becomes canon.
I love it.
Okay, let's see. So basically, if there's anything else that you guys want or need to do, you don't have any deal yet, so I mean, that's to get
Well,
on your
now
way.
I'm thinking I'm on the wrong character.
So is this like something where we just head straight over, Tim?
Yeah.
Or
Let's make our way.
All right.
I lost my ASMD.
ooh,
Welcome to
Okay.
Blackbrush Station.
There it is.
wow. Oh, perfect.
Dust off the boots.
That's beautiful.
That's with etherite and
Very
everything.
Yeah.
It's
That's
almost as
great.
if somebody was prepared.
Yes.
I love it.
Can I put my character?
I'll
on?
see.
Yeah.
Okay, we've arrived, guys. There we go.
Yes, we're
Okay,
here.
there we go.
We had to go by
When
foot
we
though
arrive-
because we can't use the etherite. We're too poor.
Yes.
I mean, fuck it, well, that's the other thing. I should have mentioned that. That's not even something we covered in session 0. Since everybody is level 30, the way the game is set up is there's no real leveling method in this game. And you go from level 30 to 40 to 50 to 55, and then level 60 is currently the max level. Considering you're level 30 and you've already done enough adventuring to at least get your job stones, it's assumed that you've attuned to the Aetherites in and around the major four major cities if we include Ishgard. Don't have any information on Ishgard yet, but that is coming in January 2026 when the Game Master's book comes out.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Nice.
Sad that they're gonna make me wait for 10 months, but whatever, I'll deal with it. It's fine.
Of course. Of course.
So, let's see. What was that? Okay. So you've arrived at Blackbrush Station. Blackbrush? That's the worst name now that I look at it. Harry man rushes over to Luigi. His armor marks him as a member of the Stone Torches. I'm running so fast. I'm running so fast to meet you, and now I'm here.
Ooh. Oh, is this a guy that's actually at the station? I feel like I've seen him.
Sure is. This
this
character is
Warren?
actually in the game. If you log in and go to Blackbrush Station right now, you will see Warren, an unnamed NPC, standing there.
Oh,
Hi,
so
Warren.
cool.
This game is canon.
Okay.
Okay,
So wait,
so
what did he? Yeah. Go for
After
it.
this, we all have to go in game and take a picture with Warren. Okay.
Yes.
Doing
Oh yeah,
it.
for sure. For sure.
Sorry, go ahead, Zerla.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
really
okay.
insane.
So I got so distracted by the introduction of Warren's like image that I forgot what you just what he actually said to us. So he like ran up to us and what did he
He
say?
hasn't said anything. He just got really big because he's got muscles.
Okay.
Hi, Warren. What's up?
I'm sexy.
I do a lolly ho to Warren.
Okay, Warren, if that's the first thing you're gonna say, we might have to send in our paladin for some protection.
Yeah, this is the end of the quest.
Stranger danger?
Oh, God,
Alright,
that's funny.
he rushes over to you and says, I trust you in the adventures Momodi sound right of. No, man, my name is Warren and I'm charged with the investigation of the incident. I'd be glad to answer any questions you may have. Okay, Warren, question number 1. What's your number? Are you single?
5309.
If you're not single, do you want to be single?
That sounds like a threat.
Arcane.
It was.
Oh my God, you guys.
All right. So Cirilla like keeps everybody at bay, and he's like, all right, let's stay on track. We're here for a mission, Momo D, and there's Gil on the line. We want that. I need that money.
Oh, I'll
So-
get the money.
Yeah. Is there something we have to do? Like, we have to.
All
hunt
right,
something?
Warren. What are we
I'll
doing
ask
here?
him.
How can we help you, Warren?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we heard there's some crystals missing.
Yeah.
He was the one that stayed. He said, is there any questions that you guys might have? Because, you know as much as you know, basically, that some of these crystals have been raided, but that's as far as you guys have been told by Momodi so far. So
Oh, okay.
now's a
we
good
have
time to
any
ask him any questions.
Do we have any
Uh,
leads on the thieves or where they may have gone?
Yeah, any investigations that have been
Done
ongoing?
so far. Yeah.
He starts a bit and gives you it's kind of like not a like sneering sideways look, but more of a disappointed sideways look. Says, I choose to admit, but the investigation is yet to begin in earnest. We've had our hands full tracking down the victims next of kin and ensuring the poor souls are given a proper burial. Apologies for the trouble, but could I ask you guys to go on ahead and see what clues are there to be had?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I didn't realize people died.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
like, there was a caravan carrying crystals and they just all got, like, raided?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we're going to go investigate.
I don't.
Yeah, so we've already gotten into with the
Yeah.
the
I mean, you could
Amalga.
have found that out, but you guys decided not to ask Momodi any questions about that. She gave you the opportunity, and you guys are just like, questioning. I was like, that's sexy. Out here, guy.
The
Yeah.
tone changed real
Guys, I
quick.
had no idea. I had no idea that people died in this quest. I'm used to fetch quests in my travels, so this is something we might have to really prepare for.
Yeah. Wait, take a moment. Okay, so guys, is there anything else you should ask Warren before we go investigate?
Maybe what direction
Yeah, I was gonna say we should
Yeah.
definitely
things
ask
heading in?
where the actual incident happened.
Yeah.
Do-
Yeah.
Do we have a party leader, by the way, or are we like just?
I
Like, you
would
know, on
assume,
FF14, there's usually a party leader, but I don't know if that's
yeah,
going to be the case for this.
I would assume
Otherwise,
it
otherwise,
would,
ignore the question.
yeah, like I would assume it would be Heather just because she's captain of the ship, so she's kind of our leader in general.
Yeah, or I guess that would be Heather then, right?
Mhm.
Like, so in other tabletop role playing games, like I don't know how leaders like generally operate, but I think like in D&D, like is it that they're usually kind of like the final say, or they're like decision
That all
maker?
depends on how you guys want to do it.
Okay, because if not, we don't need to have a
It,
party leader. So
canonically, if you want to do that, yes, Oliver would be the final say as to what happens. You guys can say everything you want, but if Oliver's like, you know what, people died, screw this, I'm not gonna go meet up with my hubby out of the gold saucer, then that's the route we're going.
Right.
We
oh,
better
okay.
hope that Tinny made a gold saucer map.
Yeah.
Maybe I did, or maybe you guys get on the airship on the way there and then it suddenly explodes in a fiery ball of death.
You're right.
I was gonna say we've got railroads right here, so we should just get off this railroad and go do our own thing.
Peace out, Warren. Just kidding. We're not gonna leave you hanging.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess we can figure that out later. Like that was just something I thought about.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, for now, pretty much the way the book talks about it in the core rule book is it's a communal thing, Everybody decides on the next best path, I guess is the way to put it, so.
Cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so where
But as for your question as to which way they were going, he says he doesn't know. He's been busy trying to look at next of kin and handling the investigation on the Blackbrush side. But the actual attack happened just south of Blackbrush Station, down by let me see, I can't remember the name of the place now. Saved my life.
Yeah,
Down by the Coffer and Coffin is what it's called.
Yeah, coffin. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So it seems
Cool.
to just make sense to go south then.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of look for any tracks or anything down there.
Okay.
Jackie's pretty much saying that you guys are on the case, as it were. He hears you guys for link pearls and asks you to keep in contact with him when or if you find any of the stolen goods or any other additional information that might be helpful to the investigation going further. This is just a way to, give him a call when you get it all figured out type of thing.
Cool,
Mhm.
so we don't have to pray return.
Yeah, no.
All right, cool.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Okay, you follow the road south where the wagon was attacked. Deep red stains mark the arid ground where the victims fell, and the splintered remains of broken crates litter the area. Several guards clad in the armor of the stone porches stand watch over the scene. They notice as you approach, and one comes forward to stop you. Stop right there, adventurers, he says in a deep, growling and commanding voice. His voice is off limits, save to those in the employ of the Magina and Sons of the Mineral Concern.
We have authority to
Okay,
be
wait.
here from Momodi and Warren to investigate.
Perfect. Are you sure you've never done this before, Heather?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Heather's on
I'm
it.
calling bullcrap.
Am
I'm
I?
calling
Oliver.
bullcrap. No, Heather's lying to Heather. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling her bullcrap right now. Heather has been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 87 years now. Like, she and that girl and the old lady from Titanic were throwing dice back when dice were made out of bone.
the old lady from Titanic. Oh my god, you guys. So yeah.
Okay, so you tell him that you are actually in the employ, essentially. And he looks you over and gives you the snide look, like, really? These are the guys that Momodia picked? He looks at you and says, alright,
And you
whatever. And I'm kind of like stuck to the side a little bit, but has not let his eyes off of you for even a second.
That's fine. We got
Okay.
nothing to prove to you, buddy.
Yeah, nothing to hide.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah,
stone
yeah.
torches are a little shifty, anyways.
Wait, so
I
what is
kind
the...
of like avert my gaze so I'm not noticed by them because I from my um, dealings on the streets of Ul'dah growing up, I know that they're kind of in the employ of people like Teleji.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we're not
These are
going to say
yeah,
named
anything.
totally wrong.
What organization is this guy that we're talking to right now? Like, where is he?
Also from the stone torches.
Okay, got it.
Ul'dah has
Yeah, he ain't special.
Yeah, Ul'dah has two peacekeeping factions: the Stone Torches and the Brass Blades.
Oh, okay.
Oh, got it.
All right.
So,
Then
So
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
you
three
like I
if
said,
count the
these
Flame.
the flames are kind of their own thing, though. They're not even under the same purview of the Sultan itself.
That's why I said
They were-
if count them.
Yeah. They report directly to Ralpon.
Mm-hmm.
got it. So I guess we're going to do some investigating. Do we
Yeah.
need to
Awesome.
do any rolls or?
Well, funny you should say that, because before you have so much of a chance to even look around, a pack of gigantic ant-like monsters skitters out from behind a nearby outcropping of sun-bleached rocks.
Ooh,
Those
no.
balls! Those balls! Where in the seven hills did they come from? One of the stone torch guards replies. Dogs, we can't let them disturb the scene. The guards moving to engage the antlings, but a pair of Valken manages to slip by. Blast, there's too many of them. Give us a hand, adventurers. Don't just stand there. And before you can respond, two antlings move in to attack.
Boom.
So,
Ooh,
Let's go.
wow.
I think
we
this
have
is
two?
actually the wrong map. I think this is the wrong map. Here, give me a second. Yes, this is the wrong map. So let me replace this.
I've
With
seen
back
this thing on the map
search.
before.
Where is it?
See, I think we have a good party because we have a caster, like range, and then dragoon.
It's very well rounded. Yeah.
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 The
Have we
snap
killed
is
these
not in
things
here.
for our... Have we killed these things for our hunter logs before? I feel like it's familiar.
Yes.
Filekin, yeah.
Yeah, these should definitely be
Alright.
at least somewhat familiar to us. Well,
You know what? I
I
know
guess
what
if
it
we
is.
if we were around Ul'dah.
Right, right. Ooh.
Where is it? So good. Yeah, that's the one. Cool.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the investigation. Sweet.
So cool. Oh.
Gross.
Make sure I get them all in the right spot. And then you guys, I want you to place your markers in. Let me get some decent area, like some area fields. And these 4 squares down here. Like anything that the card touches.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about combat real quick. As I mentioned before, things work a little differently in this game. We don't roll for initiative in Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG. It's a predetermined adventure step, enemy step, and then it'll either rinse repeat until maybe something else happens. And our adventurers now get to decide who goes in what order. So I'm gonna ask you guys to figure it out. Who goes in what order, and please let me know when you do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll start first.
I feel like I should go last for some reason, but
I'll go
Yeah.
right before Heather.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go right after Darian.
Okay.
Okay?
So I'm gonna go ahead and brush in here. This is that should be 5 squares. And I'm going to do my total eclipse so that I can hit both of them.
oh, nice.
It's a 5x5 area.
Okay.
Okay.
And Go ahead and roll my d20 with a +4 for my strength. Yeah. So I'll get that up here. And oh, you gotta be kidding me. 6 + 4 is a 10.
Well, it's not a direct hit. See, that is still a hit. Another thing, is the rule gives, regardless of what you roll, you still get a basic ability that happens to pop off. But if you roll above the target's defense, you get what is called a direct hit, which gives you generally like some increased damage or something. So yeah, you still get the effect of your base effect, but that's it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, the base effect applies enmity to both of them.
Oh, not damage. Oh, that's a sad day, and all the
Yeah.
pandas cried.
But no damage.
Too bad I
Not-
don't have a panda. I just have a red panda who is slowly thinking about how he's going to take over the world.
All right. And let me see. Do I have a?
And so everybody knows what enmity is it's basically threat, just like in the game. Now, if either one of the creatures try to attack any one Black Darian, they have to take a -5 penalty to their attack. That doesn't mean they can't not attack the Darian. It makes it significantly harder for them to actually land a strike. So, realistically speaking, it wants me to punch Darian in the face now.
Is the so
You're
the
gonna ask me twice.
the red marker is the enmity, right? And it's just
Yes.
one enmity per creature that is aggroed to Darien.
Yep.
That's correct.
Okay.
And
And it goes at the end of the turn, right? Or at the end of the round, rather,
Mhm.
right?
I
Didn't we know? I thought we talked. I couldn't remember.
I think for like enmity and stuff like that, it's it lasts for the phase.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and then it gets relived. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and use on my secondary. I'll go ahead and do the spirits within on the one that I'm next to.
Okay.
I'm assuming I don't need to put out another enmity dot on them for 2.
No,
since
not
I've
at all.
already got it. Okay, cool. So
No,
yeah, I'll go ahead
you
and do
notice you've
that.
got the 2 little ticks on spirits within. I don't know if you're marking those as like when you have no ticks left, or
Yeah. I did that
Okay.
as like I have them
Cool.
now, so I'm gonna go ahead and untick one to use that
Gotcha.
and do 2 damage to it.
Okay, and you don't even have to roll for it. So yeah, you just automatically deal 2 damage. Nice.
Yeah.
Stupid thing. There we go. It's oh, it's to a single target. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, just a single target.
Okay. And anything else you want to do?
I think that's it for now.
Next up, then we go to our sorry, but
Okay. I'm going to move.
notice how I didn't even flinch. He just took it and went on with it.
Right. I'm just so used to it. I'm gonna move 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess 4. 4 for now.
And if
So
you too
last-
want to be in on all the in jokes and inside jokes, you should join the Kraken's Call free company and the HGP Discord for all the inside jokes I made.
Nice plug.
You're welcome. Okay, what are we doing for private action?
Okay, so last time in our session 0, I was a monk, but I switched to dragoon. So now I'm getting myself familiar with this. I'm gonna do true thrust, and I have to roll a d20.
Yeah,
Okay,
hang
let me
on real
get
quick. Heather, if you don't mind, could you rotate over to, side of the board, mouse over their ability sheet and alt. There's some hold alts on it, and then make it big so that everybody watching can see what he's doing.
Okay. Do it again.
Is hold alt. Just pressing hold alt. And
Yep.
mouse over. There you go. Now everybody can see his board.
Boom.
If you hit
And you
Alt,
can see it too. So here, you're gonna start with True Thrust.
yes. So I'm going to start with True Thrust. So I'm going to roll the d20 now, and I'm
Mhm.
going to actually use the dungeon, or not the dungeon, the dice roller.
Nice.
Let me just roll it. Okay.
There she goes. The anticipation.
What did I get? 16.
16.
16.
Nice.
Is that just on the die? Okay, then you're going to add your strength modifier.
Okay.
Your strength bonus, which is
Looks like it's 5.
Mhm.
so 16 plus 5 is
21.
math, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a big round of applause for Sorry Bot.
Yay!
Today's game was brought to you by the letter 4. Okay, so that is going to be a direct hit. So you're going to do 3
Nice.
damage and get the combo effect, and you're going to do an additional 2d6 damage. So go ahead and roll 2 6-sided dice down there. Find out how much damage you're already doing.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
How do I like increase the number
You
of
can-
die?
Well, you have another d6 in your bowl there, for one.
Oh, I do. Yeah, thank you.
Alternatively, though, if you right-click the die, you can select clone or copy, and you should be able to get more dice that way. If not, I can always make more for you.
Got it. Just to speed this up, I'm gonna roll. Okay.
That was not a roll. Don't give me that crap.
How do I give a good roll?
Please.
Is that a good roll? I got
Oh,
6s.
You're the worst.
That was
You can
that's
try
a
using the
12.
flick. You can try using the flick command
Yeah, mine
on
was
the
kind of like
left-hand
an
side.
underhanded toss. But oh wait, sorry. Okay, wait. I'm really messing this up.
You got this.
Yeah, you got it. You
I
got
also
it.
do the.
I didn't know that dice rolling virtually was going to be the toughest challenge for today. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Go
4.
for it.
Okay.
All right.
Do
Alright,
the other
4.
one, you slacker.
You
Yeah.
can also do.
And 4. Okay. Nice.
All right.
So 8 total. See it then.
I got it there for you.
Oh, thank
So
you.
we got 11 damage total on that one, and now go
Yeah.
ahead. What are you gonna combo into? Dragoon combo, like vorpal thrust, or
Yeah,
disembowel?
Dragoon combo. So I roll another d20. Oh, oh, I'm so sorry. I just rolled it off the table.
It should pop back up.
Oh, thank you. I'll roll it this way. What did I get? A 5.
5.
So not too hot.
Yeah, 5's not gonna hit this. Like,
Okay. So does that mean I
see,
get the
but
base
you
effect?
still get the base effect, just not the direct hit.
Okay.
Let me get this out of the way. Go and grab your die.
Oh, thank you. Will
I
do.
love having you in here, Warren, but you gotta go, baby. I mean, what?
Okay. So I guess that's it. Like, that's the end of my turn then.
You do have a secondary action you can do.
Oh, I do. Okay. I'll do Lance Charge. So what that does is the base effect. Your abilities deal an additional 2 damage until the end of turn. Oh, and I can only use twice per battle. It looks like. So maybe
That's
let me
correct.
hold off on that. Actually, yeah, I'll
And-
hold off
and
on
you
the
don't-
secondary for now.
And
Oh,
you
sorry.
don't have to do them in that order. You don't have to do primary, secondary, or move primary, secondary. You can do secondary, move primary. You can do them in any order. Just you can only
Oh.
do one of
One
each
of each.
essentially. And remember, there's the whole focus ability too. To kind of give everybody an explanation as to what's happening so far, every player gets technically 4 actions. You have a move action, which is designated by their little sheet that'll tell them how many squares they're allowed to move. And they can break that up. So if they have a move of 5, they can move 3 squares, then make an attack, and then move 2 squares. Then they have one primary ability that they can do. and one secondary ability. Now, if a primary ability has the combo keyword in it, like True Thrust does just a moment ago, it can give them a second primary ability, basically, as if it was comboing into it. There's also an ability called Focus, which I'm sure I'm about to get into with my two casters, where instead of moving, they don't have to move because they're ranged characters. Instead of moving, they get a secondary ability that they can cast if they wish. So for them, they could do a secondary, primary, secondary, or a primary, secondary, or whatever. And then, of course, there's instant abilities. And instant abilities are pretty self-explanatory. You can do them at any time. They don't have to be done, even on your turn.
Okay. Awesome. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to hold off on the secondary for now
Okay.
because
Not a problem.
yeah, I'll just hold it. Okay.
Sounds good. Next, we're gonna go down to our summoner, Miss Arcana Dawn.
That's me. It's a me, Arcana. All right, so I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna stay here, and since this is the start of my encounter, I'm putting Carby out to play.
You're gonna put Harvey on your head.
Well, apparently yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And now with Carby out, because at the start of a summoner's encounter, they get to summon their pet first thing. I also have 2 stacks of Aether Flow, because that happens at the start of an encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Pets go first, so I'm going to move Carby all the way up to right behind 8-Bit. Scoochy scooch. Thank you. I'm particular in my particularness. And then I am going to have Carby use Radiant Aegeus on Darian, giving him a 1
Now-
HP shield.
Just a pointer. Radiant Aegis has a range of 10 squares, so technically Kirby didn't have to move it all if he didn't want to. He could do it standing next to you.
Correct. However,
Just saying, yeah, that's something to
other
point it out.
the other skills may have less range, which is why I moved it.
Somebody is preparing for something, and I don't think I like it.
Somebody's still a total novice and could be completely backwards. So before it's too much.
Yes.
All right. With Carby having moved and placed a shield, there's not a whole lot else that Carby can do, so then it becomes my turn. And from here,
And Darian, you got that right? You have a one hit point shield?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me
Okay, cool.
yeah,
add
jot that
that
down.
on my
That's
deal.
Oh,
helpful.
you know what?
I've
Okay, I
got
have to-
2 secondary abilities. So I am going to use Aether Charge, which grants me Aether Charge until the end of this turn and 1 Gemstone Arcanum.
Okay.
I'm just reading on what they do, sorry.
Yeah, you've got to spend the gemstone arcanum to make your Carby switch into one of
make
its
Carby do anything
colored
cool.
forms. Exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Carby's adorable, and that's pretty cool in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he can stick his butt in the air like that. That's amazing. And just stand there.
And
Like, look
then
at that menu. That thing's amazing.
for my primary ability, I am going to sleep the 2.
I'm going to sleep and just passes out. Oh, Taylor just passed out. It's like, you know, this boy. Can you better cast sleep on who?
Both of the ants. Sleep
Oh,
is
all
all
targets,
enemies
yeah.
within range.
Oh,
In a
wow.
5-5 square area, yeah. Good.
That's
But
neat.
will give me a intelligence check then. So 20-sided die with your intelligence bonus.
Well, that was weak sauce. Let me try that again and actually get it to land where it's supposed to land. There we go.
Nice.
Okay,
14.
14
Nice.
plus
Nice.
an intelligence of 5, so 19.
That is a direct hit.
Whoop, whoop. And that was for sleep.
Yeah. And you should have. You
Removes
don't.
all
Okay, I
markers
think.
generated by all targets, but they don't have any markers generated, so not an issue.
I think. Where's my status effects search? Do. And we're going to. There you go.
Who's-
Just make it having all sorts of fun with these guys.
Yes, indeed.
I wonder if there's going to be things to scavenge from them.
Oh yeah. we'll
Probably
definitely
some really tasty antlings.
Who is Strahd? Maple's asking, have
Strahd?
you killed
Strahd?
Strahd yet?
Strahd
Strahd
is
that's a D&D joke.
D&D.
Oh.
A vampire from D&D.
Go easy on my moves here, Maple. They don't know no better.
That's okay. I was sitting there racking my brains for a Final Fantasy character.
I know, I
named
was like-
Strahd.
Who's the Strahd in Thanalan?
Like, I've
That's
done
actually
everything.
Warren's last name.
War- Oh, man.
Warren Strahd.
All right.
Was that end
are
of
we
turn?
Set for my secondary?
Yeah,
Oh.
go for it.
Cool. I'm gonna lucid dream and get back 1 MP at the end of my adventure step, or this round's
Cool.
adventure step. And then I think that's it for me, yeah?
Yep, sounds good.
Sweet.
Then we go to our mage. The captain herself, Miss Oliver Valley.
Can you remind me how range works? Like how many, if this thing says range is 10 squares, right here, my stone is range 10
Right.
squares.
So
That
then
means
you
it-
count 10 squares from where you're at to have anything within 10 squares of that can be targeted. Which is basically this whole board. I think this whole board is only an 8x8 square board, so.
So I don't have to move, right?
No.
Right.
Okay.
And it's
So I
beneficial
am,
for you not to move.
yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
let
because if
me,
you don't move, you get 2 secondaries.
yeah. Okay. So primary, secondary.
Or secondary, primary, or secondary, primary, secondary, rather. You can
Wait,
do them
what'd
in
you
any
say?
order you want. 2
Oh, okay, I
secondaries
see.
and 1 primary. You can do them in any order you want.
Okay. Let me start off with a stone on the one that Cirilla is attacking. This antling
Okay.
guy.
There
So
is
I take
bullet
a-
point. I forget what that is. Let me check real quick.
I just rolled the 20-sided die.
Yep, just drop the toys of that down the tube.
All right, boom. Oh, she went off the edge. Hold up.
If it's behind it, there you go.
You pulled a me.
Okay, there it
That just
goes.
depends.
Barium.
What you get?
Oh, an
18.
18, and then you're gonna have your let's say your mind bonus. So you look on your little green card and add your mind bonus to that.
Okay, what was it? 18? No.
Yep.
18 plus
Nice.
5, 23.
Yep, that is a direct hit if I ever heard one.
Sweet.
So you'll get the effect of the base effect and the direct hit. So you do 2 damage directly, and then you deal an additional 1 6-sided die of damage. So you'll take one of the square dice and roll that.
Did you say I could shake it like this? Wow.
You can just
Yeah.
you can throw it with your. You don't even need to shake it. That's something Cyrilla just did to be silly.
Yeah.
You just fling it across the table.
You can also hit the R key.
Oh yeah, R2
And that'll
works.
work.
Yeah.
Oh,
hit it as
okay.
well.
Here, let me do that. Yeah. Okay. Hold up.
Oh,
Ready?
wow.
R. Boom. 1.
Okay, so it's a total of 3 points of damage. And that is
Cool.
your that is your primary action, correct?
Yes. Can
Okay. Now you
can-
have 2 secondaries.
Oh, 2 secondaries. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, 2 secondaries. Let me do an arrow. I'll do an arrow on both of them.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh shoot, you know what? I didn't take off my MP. So stone costs 1. Boom. Okay.
And you might also, instead of doing arrow on both of them, you might just do the one that we're focused on. That way the other one
The
stays
other one's
asleep.
asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, because that would wake him up.
Dang it. Y'all are
Nah.
not fun.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. Can we like consult each other? And we can
yeah.
because we're in a party,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're a team. You're allowed to talk to each other and stuff.
Okay, let me do arrow on the awake guy. So to do that, I have to. What do I do? Do I roll?
Do what it says do on your sheet.
Single
And he's
base effect.
salty.
Probably a D20, right?
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? I am not. No, you don't have to roll anything. It's just a dot, and I've put it on there already, so you're ready to go. At
Oh, there it is.
at the end of the enemy step, he takes 3 damage.
Okay, so then I still have 1
Is this
secondary, I believe. What were you saying, Cyrilla?
Did somebody leave their arrow icon on the side?
Yeah, I pulled it out for Heather, trying to help
Oh.
her.
Oh, okay, got it.
But
that's
yeah,
so
she should
cool.
have
You
1
could-
more secondary ability left if you want.
Yeah. These icons are straight from the game. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone? We haven't taken any damage yet, right?
Not
Nope,
yet.
Not
they
yet,
haven't had
no.
a turn
Mhm.
yet.
Not yet.
Just wait. we're
Okay,
gonna get
let me
one
just
shot.
do let me just pop the lucid dreaming. I could just do that. So it would just recover 1 MP, so I'd go back to 5. Boom. And then let me check that off, and then we're done.
Okay, well, that's the end of the adventure step, so everybody regens 2 MP at this moment.
Oh, nice.
Let's see
Oh, I
here.
forgot that happened. My bad. That was a waste. I'm learning.
I gotta let you make mistakes so that you'll
Yeah.
learn.
No, you're right. You were right.
That's okay. I did the same thing. So, live and learn.
Yep.
Let's items to search. Oh man, I never got out that one ability thing that I can do. Okay. So we're gonna start well, 1 antling is asleep, so he's not gonna do anything. I don't think that's how that works. Oh yeah, no, it has to be removed. Okay, cool. Not like D&D where they get like a save at the end of every turn or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Sadness. Okay, so the 1 antling that is actually going to be able to do anything is going to first use his ability called Trap Jaws on Darian, because I'm not silly.
Wow, they even used ability names from the game.
That's so cool.
That's like perfect. I love that.
Is it? It's attacking Darian, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Darian, what is your defense? physical defense?
Physical, 16.
Okay, so it is going to be a direct hit. So I rolled a 19 plus 5. And now we'll wait for the suspenseful dice to hit the bottom. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that.
I know, I love the sound of that.
Is that
Hey,
an
Darren.
invoke? Uh-huh.
Hey, Darren, I need you to take 15 points of damage, please.
Oh,
Jeez. Is
wow.
that an
That-
invoke
Wait,
ability?
how much HP do you have?
Is that factoring in the barrier?
Yeah, so the barrier would go away and then it'd take 14 additional. Is that an
That's
invoke
correct.
ability?
Nope.
It is
That
not.
is
Okay.
just as standard primary physical ability, so yeah.
Okay.
I
And
just
you're not
I
you're not
rolled really high on
buffing-
my 2d6.
okay. You're not buffing their attack damage at all.
Nope, this is straight out of the book.
I got you guys. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at this here. Maybe there's something in here we can use for this. Get out of there. Okay, we're gonna use these.
21.
Pimpy says, heal them, Heather.
Okay.
Press buttons. I got this. Whoa. What are these?
Oh, what is this?
I'm gonna just move you for a second.
Oh, okay.
And these are your new markers. I gotta make sure these are AoE markers, so you know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see.
We need to stack. We need to stack, guys.
Well, you need to not be standing in the red. That's what I'm saying. It is ultimately what it's gonna be like, so.
Oh, okay. Wait, did you-
Stupid Kirby, get out of my way.
I can move Kirby.
Your Kirby's being. No, you're fine. I'm talking nice. Ah,
Am I standing in an AoE?
now, if you're anywhere within these. We'll do it like this. I like this better. If you're anywhere in this area.
Okay.
Is that right? That doesn't look right.
Yeah, I think so, because you got
Kirby's
the.
right there.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure it's all,
There, now Kirby's out of the way.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
look at
Kirby should
the-
be fine now.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're anywhere in this circle and within these little L brackets, at the start of next turn, he's gonna use acid spray on you, which means you're gonna have to move. He's not gonna use it this turn, but try not to be in this area next turn, if that's okay.
Okay. Oh,
This
that's
will be a
interesting.
So
really
he's like-
short session otherwise.
He's casting.
Yep.
Got it.
And that is the end of the enemy step. So we just go right back around to the beginning with Darian Taru.
Okay. So then I think what I am going to do, I will use. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my my primary paladin combo. So that's gonna be a D20. And drop that in there.
It happened. That's not right.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. I'm looking at something real quick.
Oh, okay. I got a 14 plus 4 is an 18.
Okay, that's gonna be a bullet. Or
Sweet.
directed, sorry.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 damage for the base effect and additional 1d6. Do that. And do that. So an additional 2 damage, so 4 damage there. And then
Okay.
my combo in that would be the Rage of Felone, Another D20. Drop that one. Move that other one out of there. Blah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're still gonna get the base effect, so
Yeah,
it's not
so
a
it still does
total
2
wash.
damage. Yeah, so it still does at least 2 damage there.
Okay, and
And
your secondary?
yeah, I think. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna do a low blow,
Oh,
which
that's
will stun until the end of the
Gotcha.
turn.
Gotcha. So prevent them from attacking for 1 turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it
perfect.
should also cancel the AOE as well.
That's correct.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can move through it. That's so funny that the mechanic works the same way as the game.
Mm-hmm.
That low blow? Nice. That is neat.
Anything else, technically?
I think that'll be it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and I guess just keep standing here and.
I mean,
Keep
you are
focusing
technically
this guy down.
focusing, so you could technically do a secondary action. A secondary.
That is true. That is true. Well, since he is stunned, I
You're
think
lucky
I'm
I'm so nice to you. I don't ever want to hear any of you guys calling me mean ever
No
again.
helpful.
Not even your majesty?
gonna.
You're allowed to call me that. I appreciate that one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do. I completely forgot to do the sturdy shield last time. I will. You know, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep my rampart for this since he's stunned, so he shouldn't be able to attack me this next round.
Nice idea.
Cool. So yeah, I'll just hold on to that.
Alright. Sorry, but your turn.
Okay, so I am actually going to use a secondary first, which is Lance Charge, and the base effect is I deal an additional 2 damage until the end of the turn. So I'll keep that in mind. I'm going to roll a d20 for, and I'm going to do the R.
I'll go ahead and mark it for you on your sheet that you used it.
Okay. Let's see what I got. All right, I have an 11.
Plus,
Or-
and you're using what
I
now
was-
for truth
yeah,
test
I
again?
was True Thrust, yeah.
Okay, so 11 plus your is that strength? Yeah,
Strength is 5.
So 16 total, I believe that's a correct hit. It is.
Okay, cool. So I deal an additional 2d6. So let me roll those. And those. I got those rolling. 6. So that's what, 8 so far?
So additional, that's a total of 9 so far. If you deal 3 with truth thrust and then an additional 6. So yeah, you
Okay.
failed at math.
Oh wait, is it
Plus-
3 for Lance Charge? That was 2.
2 for Lance
no,
Charge.
Lance charge. Lance charge. Okay, my apologies. It was
So it'd be 11 so far.
the only more, yeah, because you deal if you're using true thrust, then it's an automatic 3 plus 2d6, which is 9 that you've rolled so far, plus 2
Oh,
more
I
for
see.
Lance charge, so it's 11.
Oh, got it. Okay, awesome.
And then combo into
I'm going to combo into. Can I do disembowel?
you
Instead of-
can.
Okay, so I'm going to do disembowel. I'm going to roll the d6 or d20 again. Ignore that one. I got a 1, so it looks like that's the end of my turn.
And unfortunately, on a 1, that means it's a total fail, and you don't even get the base effect.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
So, you didn't do 11 points of damage, and that's more than the summoner has done so far.
Yes.
That means get to work, Arcana.
Oh shoot,
Hey,
sorry.
my job was putting them to sleep so that they didn't kill everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
I succeeded in my job.
Fair enough.
Thankfully, a 1 or a critical miss doesn't mean that I trip over my lance or something, because that'd be
Yes.
very...
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't give me any
Damage
ideas. I've got
back.
plenty of those already.
Don't embarrass us in front of the guards.
Alright, Arcana, it's your turn.
All right. So, wrong button. That button. I've got 2 stacks of Aether Flow. I'm gonna focus, which means I'm gonna stay put. I'm not gonna advance anywhere. I ended the turn last time with a Gemstone Arcanum, didn't I?
That's correct,
No,
yes.
I did? Okay.
Yes, you did. You did not use it. You used that to change your carbuncle, so you have not used it
Yeah.
yet. You didn't
Alright,
mark
in
it,
that
but I
case-
remembered for you. It's fine.
I had something marked and then I took the mark off because I didn't remember if it was right or not.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright, so in that case, I'm looking at Carby's abilities because Carby goes first. I just had to make sure I knew if I could transform Carby or not.
Yeah, you have to use the instant ability Summon Gem.
Yep.
Because, the trigger for it is when your pet begins its turn, and that allows you to turn into Ruby Topaz or Emerald Carbuncle until the end of its next turn.
Yeah, so I'll use the instant for Summon Gem so that I can transform Carby into Ruby Carby or Ruby Ifrit.
There you go. I think it's in the tokens, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
so-
in the tokens.
okay.
Oh, how cool. There's like all the different ones.
And then you just replace that token with Ruby.
Yep.
Yay.
Oh, nice.
Now it's the start of Ruby's turn. I am theoretically, but not physically because it just doesn't work that way, moving him into the square that the antling is in.
Hmm.
Doing that causes 1 damage.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
yeah, I don't like that. Vanguard, as long as it's an adjacent square, I'm okay with it. It doesn't have to
Okay.
be this square. They don't have to be occupying the same square.
Okay.
The thing with the summoner and scholar pets is they technically are made of aether, so they don't physically exist. If that makes sense, meaning you can occupy the same space as them.
Yep.
Or they can occupy the same space as you, so you can move through them without any penalty.
Mhm.
Because they're made out of magic.
They're magic. Alright, so by by moving into the antling square, Ruby does 1 damage, and then its ability is Glittering Ruby, and that deals an additional 3.
These guys are surprisingly tanky.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't
Yeah.
kidding.
It's either that or we're very weak because we're not actually canonically the Warrior of Light, which would be a breeze for us.
Right. We're normal adventure people.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
And
the
then-
people that usually run from these things while the Warrior of Light takes care of
Yeah.
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 Oh, Rex.
So
We're
now
dealing
it
with
would
all
be
of
my
his light
turn.
work.
So now it would be Arcana, yeah?
Just make sure so you do Glittering Ruby to deal 3 damage to him. So
Yep.
4 damage total. Gotcha.
Yep. And then Arcana goes, and she's already used 1 instant, and the instant counts as a secondary, right?
No, it does not count as either.
Oh. Okay.
An instant ability is an instant ability. They just have triggers, and unlike secondary and primary abilities.
Neato Frito. Alright, so for a secondary, I'm gonna Aether Charge again. So that I'm ready if I need to transform my pet.
Okay, so you'll give yourself that
The thingamabob for
gemstone
next time.
Jumanum, yeah.
The Jumanji that I need. There it is. Okay. And then they're already stunned or asleep for next turn. I used one secondary for ether charge, so I will use a primary of Ruin 2 on the one on the left that's awake. Or, yeah,
Okay.
the one that's awake but stunned. And that's a d20 plus 5 against their magic defense.
Gotcha.
Where did my die go?
It's still
I
down
dropped
there,
it.
yeah. Got through again.
Maybe.
There we
Arcana's
go.
dice are made out of butter. So that's what they done now is while they were looking, I sprayed their dice with Pam.
Alright, so I have a 14 then.
Okay, well, that's still enough to be a direct hit.
Nice. Alright.
So 3 damage to the target. If this ability was used for facial charge, it's an additional d6 plus an additional 2d, so 3d6 additional damage. So let's give you an additional d6. Copy. This. There's an additional d6 for you. We get this out of the way, and you can roll that beautiful bean footage.
Is it sad that I had that same thought, Tinny?
No, not at all. It just makes you a better person. These dice towers are so much fun. They increase the anticipation by so much.
Yeah, they're super neat. Oh, stacking up. on
6,
each other.
5, 6. So
You can highlight all of them. And if you wanted to, in the cases like this where they're kind of stacked up, you click and drag all over them. And then you can mouse over them, and it'll show you how much it is. But yeah, 72 is what we've got total. And that means...
Sweet.
Bye-bye, and die.
yeah.
There's your
Oh.
arrow.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Take your enmity back, and now you guys
Challenge
can
me to get on somebody's level, so I just had to
Listen.
step up.
listen. Listen. I was just trying to make sure you're doing the best possible job you can do in G.I. Joe. Okay.
Not my fault that you didn't see my cunning plan coming from
Yeah, that was nice.
field.
Great job.
Well played.
Now you do technically still have one more secondary ability that you can use.
All right. I will use. Oh shoot, that's an instant. I can't use it then.
Technically, you could. An instant ability doesn't matter whose turn it's on. As long as you meet the trigger, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't meet the triggers for the ones that I'm looking at. Oh, but I do meet the trigger for that one. So, since I'm ending my turn, I can energy drain before I pass the turn.
Character ends their turn. Yep, that's correct. And grant you 2 stacks of Aetherflow, so you'll have 2 stacks right from the start again.
Yep. So let's go ahead and
So
Really cool abilities.
pop 3 damage on.
gotcha, will do.
It's gonna wake him up, but
He's
Yeah,
going down, so it's fine.
I don't think it
Yeah, I
matters.
think it
He's gonna wake up and be like, "Yo, where'd my homeboy go?" And then
he's gonna go, that was such a refreshing nap. Oh crap.
Yeah. And then there was one.
wait, this is fine. Okay. Cool.
Now, one thing I'm noticing about the books is that it doesn't say that the pet changes back immediately after its attack.
It does not. It stays that way till the end of its next turn.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it does say that on, where is it? Crap, I knew it said it somewhere. Yeah, under Summon Gem of your instant ability. It says transforms your pet into Ruby, Topaz, or Emerald Carbuncle until the start of your pet's next turn. So, yeah, at the
Oh,
start of your next turn, it'll change back into, normal Carbuncle.
So that's what I needed to see. So when it's my turn again and Carby starts up, that's when I can transform it into whatever color.
mhm.
Correct.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Question to clarify. So turns are just like the rotation of the adventure step, but the phase
Correct.
is like the whole battle, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Now,
Thank you.
there are phase transitions on certain fights, but we haven't gotten to one yet, so when we end up going into a phase 2 type of fight, I'll let you guys know. I will make it very much. You know what? I'm such a bad dungeon master. I'm even gonna say it because we're in a combat and I totally forgot.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so Arcana, you all done?
I am done.
Alright, let's leave it to our white maids to piss off the ant now.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna focus. So I'm not gonna move. And then first thing I'm gonna do is cast Cure 2 on our pally over here. So that means I roll a d20.
Yeah, you just roll it to see if you score a critical or not, which is
Okay.
a natural 20. So you'll roll your
just-
green die just to see if you can do it. You're gonna do it no matter what. Unless you roll a 1 or a 20. Like, if you roll a 1, that's bad. You didn't heal anything. If you roll a 20, you heal twice as much.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool. So that's how they handle the criticals. Sweet.
Oh my god. Where did it go?
And there's this inner mind over there with the dice.
Okay, hold on. Where?
Just hold it and press R for the love of God.
I wanted to go down the little tower. Okay, 14.
14. Well,
Nice.
that's not a 1 and it's not a 20, so it does do it. It doesn't critical. It doesn't crit, that's all. So now you're gonna apply Cure 2's ability, which is.
Which is
Or Cure 2's effect, I'm sorry.
doors.
2d6 plus 7.
And that's 2 of the square dice, 2d6 or 2 6-sided dice. The D stands for dice, by the way.
Okay, so I have to roll 2 of these things, and then
Yep,
It's
and it's
that
the same.
total
It works the
plus-
same way. Like, if you wanted to, you could just bring them out and then select them with like click and hold. Sorry, just I was being stupid because of your little card thing. Yeah, just click and drag across both of them until you highlight both of them, and then you
Oh,
can
I
press R
see.
on them at the same time and just roll them both at once.
Oh, nice.
there.
There you go.
Sweet.
7,
So 7 plus 7.
14.
14.
Right, yeah, for all the damages.
That is
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Wow.
So you're
Just
back
got
at full
healed
health?
for every point of damage you lost.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
So I took off my MP already.
And here I was hoping that we'd be able to write David Dariantaru out of the official canon. Oh well.
Not today.
So I think I have 2 secondary.
That's correct, because you're focusing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do Presence of Mind, and I'm gonna be able to do one of my magic abilities. So I'm gonna do a stone 2 on this guy.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna roll my D20. I'm going down the tower, guys, okay? Hopefully I can do this.
Yes.
Why is it so... Bam! There it goes. Woo!
There it
Alright.
goes.
Depth is a
I
thing.
had faith in you.
6.
That'd be a
It's in your rolling, on the other hand, not so much. You will need
total
the-
here.
You will get the base effect. You do not. It's not a direct hit though.
Okay.
So 2 damage.
Okay. That costs 1 MP, so I'll go down to 2. And then I could do 1 more secondary, or was that it?
That's right. You get 1 more secondary.
Okay, let me do arrow.
Okay. So you get your dot back. We're just gonna stick that by homeboy. You sure you want to put that on the end, not on like Cirilla or something like that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just
Wait, what
checking.
happened?
I gotta make sure. Don't worry about it, Cirilla. Just smile and nod.
Yeah,
Go back to napping. You're fine.
Okay, are we all done?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh
I
my
think so.
gosh, that is horrifying.
What?
Beginning.
Oh, did you see my comment in the
Oh,
stream?
yeah,
Are you the
tin house
undecided toy
rules.
store?
Yeah,
If you-
I can read it. It's Iron Man, or Tin House Rule. Iron Man. If you die in the tabletop role playing session, you have to delete your character in game.
Wow.
That's what I was.
Stop giving me ideas. It's not. It's
Yeah,
it's
don't
not
encourage
helpful.
her.
It's not helpful at all. Okay.
Your character, if that's what we're gonna do. But I am not putting 3.5 years of my life on the line like that. Sorry, not sorry.
RP Savage.
I'll be savage, yes. I love it. Okay, so we are at the beginning of the enemy step, which means since none of you guys decided to move close to me, you're gonna make me move close to you.
Ooh, you timed
Oh,
that with
no.
the music perfectly.
Yeah, right? This is gonna work out. So, Harry, Darian, I didn't kill you last time, but I'm gonna try a little bit harder this time. How's that sound?
It sounds fantastic.
I got raised, guys. Don't worry.
Oh
Look at
yeah,
that.
yeah, we're good with Heather.
Yeah.
Got raised. Heather's got raised.
It's almost like if you have a balanced party, things just become easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Oh, sure. 16. Dang it, it's not. It's just a basic hit, so. Good, you're gonna take 5 damage. Off the cuff.
Tin, why did you sound so disappointed that it wasn't a critical hit?
I don't know. Alright, so we're just gonna do this because I don't feel like lining up these stupid L-shaped things because the markers are a pain in the butt in this game. Darian and Cirilla, you're both currently sitting on the very edge of the inside of the area of effect of acid spray coming up next turn.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Like, Darian, you can move either direction except for backwards. Like here.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't move there, because that's bad. And don't move here, that's bad. But
If you could,
no,
you can point
up
to
of
the-
that, and then
Tin, if you can point to the squares that are good for us, that are not in the zone, maybe that'll be easier.
I wish I could
Like,
figure out what
I don't know
the.
if here or here.
Yeah, there is an actual keybind that you can do that does like a little floating arrow. That
yeah,
points
like a
to
ping of
things.
something
Oh.
like that.
Yeah,
that'd be
but I can't. I don't see it in the
Yeah, we'll have to
in the
find it.
controls. So I got to figure out what that is.
And then Carbuncle is currently in a safe space, so
Not like it matters.
I can still kill the
I mean-
Carbuncle.
I'm gonna jump in the same square and hug Carbuncle.
Okay, I can kill him with my hopes and dreams. Kind of like he's killed me with
You
his
kill him with your
option.
mind. Is this
I don't like my
Firefight now
options.
or Final Fantasy?
Maybe
Yeah, we're actually
maybe
playing
you
Dark
should.
Souls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe we should have what, Jenny?
nothing. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, as long as you're not inside of these yellow barricade things, then you'll be okay next time. We will figure out over the next week or whatever how to get these AoE markers to actually work and not impact the miniatures.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, did you guys get your 2 MP back at the end of the adventure step?
Oh yeah, the adventure step is over now.
Yeah, at the end of the adventure step, everybody gets 2 MP back.
I think
it.
Heather still has to go though.
No, I have already went.
Nope, Heather went.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, if you weren't paying attention, then maybe you should be.
Writing my comment.
Instead of entertaining the YouTube chat, maybe you should keep your head in the freaking game.
Yes.
Freaking troll. Anyways, alright. So that is the end of the enemy step, and we go lather and repeat right back around to the beginning of the adventure step with Darian Taro.
All right. So you said this one is safe here.
That's correct.
Okay. So do that. I'll do my my paladin combo again. And let's see. Is there anything else I want to do while I do that? Yeah. So I'm just gonna do the paladin combo.
Do, 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 do.
Ooh,
Oh,
damn, that was close.
that's a big whiff, is what that is. It's gonna be a direct hit, so
Yeah, excellent. All right. Oh, let me see my settings. So that's an additional 1d6 damage. Pull that up there. So 4 plus the 2 is 6. And then I'll combo that into the Rage of Felone again.
okay.
And instead of stopping my dice, I'll just use the same one again. And maybe not roll another 1 or whatever. Ooh,
Oh, there's a natural 25 for your first natural
Ooh.
20 of the game.
Oh.
So
Alright.
let's discuss a house rule right now. Do you guys want to do full damage or double damage? So basically, max dice or double dice. So for instance, if you get an additional 1d6 damage, you don't have to roll it. It's just an automatic 6.
Well, yeah, automatic 6.
Or if you want, it could be if it's 1d6 damage and you roll 20, you get 2d6 instead of 1d6.
Yeah. Which could end up being just 2 damage if you get double ones.
Or it could be
12
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In games that I've done, in games that I've done, we usually go with like just more dice rolls.
Yeah,
Because like more dice rolls, the more fun. But up to you guys.
Yeah, I've always done double the dice rolls, but or it's either double the dice rolls or roll the dice then double whatever you get from rolling the dice.
That's a third option. You could do that too.
Yeah.
Atomic says
I'm good
Gamba.
with- I'm good with either way. Yeah.
Yep.
Gamba.
So Gamba means okay, let's Gamba then. I like that idea. We're going to get a couple objects out. Give me a second.
Oh dear, what's happening?
Uh-oh.
Atomic, what did you do to us?
Well, that's not. Let's do delete. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys roll this because it's you guys who are actually making it work out. So one of you gets to roll that die. 1 and 2, don't really, yeah. One or 2 means max number on die, or max damage. So a d6 equals 6. 3 and 4 equals double dice. 5 and 6 equals double the result of 1 die. Or of normal
Okay.
die, rather.
Okay. And does
So
this
who has
apply
to roll
for
it?
the entire This applies for the entire game?
For the entirety of ever.
Okay.
wow.
Like, this will determine how I do this in real life as well. Like on my home table that I play on.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
sure
wow.
criticals are actually explained in a better way in the core rulebook. I just don't care what they say, and I also don't care to go get my core rulebook, so.
All right.
Darian, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Rolling.
Don't screw it up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Gotta get a couple more. Make it a big
They're
roll.
juggling, they're juggling.
Oh,
Okay, it looks
5.
like it's gonna be maximum amount of the die rolled. Or double the amount of the
Okay.
die rolled, rather.
Double the roll. All right. Okay. So let's
Very nice.
do. All right. So that was 2 base damage on it, and start make the roll. 5, so 10, so 12 total. And that would be. Okay, let's see. What were we trying to remember?
It's... Gotcha.
Yeah, so I
Just
forgot what
making
I
notes over
forgot what I
here.
rolled the first one. So it was 4 and 2, so 6, and then 12, so 18 total. Cool.
18 total. That is a critical hit if I've ever heard one.
Yeah,
And you still have a secondary action, don't you?
I believe I do. Yeah, I believe so.
This guy's
You
going
know,
down.
she said she was working on her list. I'm thinking it's the list, and you just got put on it.
Uh-huh.
No.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and
David has done a hell of a lot worse for that, and has been on the list for almost as long as Ken, so I just never told him.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do
Don't tell him.
my secondary spirits within and do another 2 damage.
Open up. Putting a lot of faith in your team here.
Yeah.
And that's gonna send us over to Cirilla.
Yes. So I'm going to move out of the zone.
The
So
danger
I'm-
zone.
The danger zone.
Danger zone.
1, 2.
Are you? What'd you say? You're on a highway to the danger zone. Sorry.
Let's see what. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do the true thrust.
That's what she said. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, so 10.
That's
Okay,
okay.
so that's
Heather's not paying
15.
attention. Teacher's not watching.
I
You're
was-
fine.
I was
Teacher's
checking
not
the- checking the
watching. Do I have to yell at you too, Heather? I just finished yelling at Cirilla for not paying attention.
No, I'm good.
I do have punishment dice for that too, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Really?
It's actually a thing in the game. They're called advantage and disadvantage dice. It's normally something that comes up with like there's very specific scenarios, but when it happens and like if you have a disadvantage roll, I'll give you a black die, and you'll roll that as well as your normal attack die, and you have to take the lower of the 2 results.
Oh.
So if you rolled a natural 20 and a 15, you have to take the 15.
Oh, I see.
Nice.
But I also have a white die, as you guys saw, which is the opposite of that. You get to take the higher of the 2 rolls. So,
Mm-hmm. Got it. So 10, I have a 15 for true thrust.
look it up. That is a direct hit.
Nice. Let me roll these guys. 3. Okay. And then I'm going to do disembowel.
It's a 6 total. Okay.
Okay.
So another 3, which is 9 total so far.
I got a 16 for the other roll.
Yep, that's also direct hit.
Okay.
Nice.
And that is
Another D6. That's power surge.
Which is 2 damage.
2. 1.
Got some powerful rolls today, my friend.
Yeah, I'm OP.
So let me see here. Let me look. 3, 6. 9, and you got a 1 there, so 10 damage total. And make sure you check that you have power surge going.
Okay.
So you remember, because that's extra damage next turn.
Mhm.
If we get that far.
Yeah, this thing might be dead. And I'm all set.
Open up. Summoner.
All right.
Arcana, which is so
So-
fitting. Can we just point out that Arcana is the summoner?
Huh?
Like, and it's such a fitting grouping of names and jobs. I love it. It's like
Yeah.
when your parents, when Arcana was born, they were like, we want her to be a summoner. What do we name her? Summoner? No, that's a stupid name, husband. How about Arcana? Okay, that's a better name.
I just want to put this out there. I was using Arcana online years before Final Fantasy came out.
Oh,
And now
wow.
it all
Yeah.
comes to it all comes to fruition as
I
if
know.
you are destined to be sitting at this table.
I love
As if
that.
I'm living in some kind of fantasy. A final one, you might say.
Fantasy is there will be no one, there will be no more after this, which means if I kill her, she has to quit the game.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I told you, not happening
Wait,
on
so the
Arcana.
Iron Man rules were true?
Yeah.
It's not,
that.
then it's not a Final Fantasy if it goes on forever.
I got raised, guys.
Yes. The others got us.
Yeah.
No Iron Man.
Ah, I just moved everything everywhere. That was really weird. So I want to make sure I do this right.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my summon gem. Transform my pet into Ruby again. So I'm just not going to
Gotcha.
bother to change the
Yeah, that's fine.
thing. Ruby is gonna not be you. Ruby is still not gonna be you. Ruby is coming up here and being right inside of Ant-Man's face.
His name is officially Paul Rudd. Here, let me figure that out real fast.
And do 1 damage immediately, and then 3 damage
Oh,
face.
God.
So
Actually changed
another.
the color.
So 1 damage automatically from the carbuncle, and then
And then 3 base.
Gotcha.
So 4 total from carbuncle.
Okay, pause. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Woo! Go Carby!
Go.
Carby with the kill shot.
Go team!
Woo-hoo.
Nice.
As the egg crumbles to the ground and its legs explode out from its body, and that's shit all over the place and cover you in festering goo.
I'm emoting my victory pose. Just can't tell.
Flattering goo.
Nothing will crumble to the ground and fall to the lifeless, stillless form that was once clearly a menace, which means I like how at the beginning of this encounter you were like, "Did you use these up?" And I was like, "No," and then you guys just pummeled the crap out of them for 3 rounds.
You have to admit that one hit
I
that
will
nearly
now.
half of the tank's health was pretty.
That was a chunky hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
I was
Duly
excited. I was
noted.
excited to heal.
I got to do my job. I'm worth something.
You're worth everything.
Emote.
Okay,
Maple says
so,
emotes and covered in monster goo.
Covered in one. It's coming soon to the Final Fantasy XIV online store for $300.
Right.
I would still pay it. Second mortgage? Second or third? What's another one?
Yeah.
Alright, so once the stone torches have come back and carried off all of the victims, let's call them. I feel bad for those ants because you kind of that wasn't even fair. Like, don't be surprised. Check your emails tomorrow. You might get an email from PETA.
I gotta say though, they were ants. To be fair,
Oh,
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean you gotta massacre them. Like they had
they're
families.
bugs. They have too many legs.
The first one was the sole provider of his family of 75,000
The sole
kids.
provider.
Good.
And you just made 75,000 orphans. How does that make you feel?
Happy because they're bugs. I love
So
their
great.
growth.
Well, now we
Tim.
know that Arcana is a cold-blooded murderer, duly noted for
Mhm.
future lore.
Yeah. So tread
Tim.
lightly.
Yeah.
Tin, question for loot: is there drops in the scenario?
I do not see any, no. So I'm gonna say, unfortunately, no. There is no drops in this.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Somebody really wants to dig through bug guts.
Right. Yeah, I just need gil, guys. I'm like,
His face.
not that, you know,
We got
I have a mortgage.
we got crafting materials we got to get. You know.
Yeah,
We
true.
will
that
talk
too.
about that. Is
Sure.
another thing that is absolutely possible, but if you use it in something that's called downtime, it's essentially what you do in between adventures or sessions, as it were. Like when you guys go back to town and we're finished for the session or whatever, you can use the next couple of days or whatever to figure out, like, if your character wants to go and learn how to be a culinarian or have some armor
okay.
crafted for you. Like, we can do things like that. There are actually rules for it in the core book. Not in the
That's
books that
cool.
we have in front of us, but we do have those available to us.
Awesome.
Oh, that's really
Okay,
neat.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really
Okay,
cool that they
so-
have the downtime.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I was not expecting them to bring downtime reports over from other games, because this is something that a lot of other tabletop role-playing games have in their rule set. I figured seeing as simple as the starter set has been, I didn't think they were going to go that hard. Evidently, they're going to go even harder coming up next year when the Game Master's book comes out. Like,
Awesome.
weather will start having an effect on your combat. Like, don't cast thunder when it's raining.
Ooh.
Type of
Interesting,
things.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Jima is
Alright.
asking, can you make some drops available?
Can
that's
I make
kind of-
some drops available?
For Jima, because she's a
Jima.
crafter.
I will make some drops available.
Yay! Yeah, Jima has to go in the market
For
for
the
it.
win.
Yeah. Maple says it's up to the DM, but with human enemies like bandits, you can loot them for their armor, weapons, etc. at the DM's discretion.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Jima.
Okay.
Luck. I'm not done.
Okay.
All right, the antlings are defeated.
Yep.
The stone torches are carrying away any wounded. What next, oh wise and wonderful lore keeper?
Can we make
Please check it here. Oops, that's the wrong thing.
Maple. All monsters now drop the world's best gamer grandma mugs.
Yeah. Okay, so you got.
Ooh,
Get on there.
is that some gil?
I think that's
That
some
is
gil,
indeed some
guys.
gil.
Whoa, wait. I feel like I remember MSQ giving me way more gil than than 2.
You're level 30. You're lucky I'm giving you anything, okay?
What can I buy with this? Let's see. All right. Can I put it in a bag? I guess I'll leave it on the side for now. We're splitting this evenly between each other, right?
Sure you could, or you could split it up. I mean, it's technically 8 gil, two stacks of 2 apiece, so I assumed you were gonna be nice and split it evenly, but considering as greedy as you've been recently, I don't know anymore.
Right. Oh wait, I need to get one more. Right? Does everybody have 2? I need just one more.
I think I just
Yeah,
have
I've got
one.
two.
I don't
Oh.
have
If you
any.
mouse over it, it should say gil.
Yeah, you
How
got
much gil is in that pile?
yeah.
Gil. So
'Cause you got 2 over
Okay.
there. Oop. Looks like you got 4 over there now, Arcana.
Yep.
I think with 2
That's
gil,
not
I can
bad.
buy a relic weapon, right?
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
after.
Money. Hey,
When you go
speaking
to
of relic
sleep.
weapons, if anybody would like to join, relic weapons are on Sunday this week. So
Yep.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Nice.
We're only at the Atma stage, and if you're not there yet, I'm more than happy to get you there beforehand. So please hop in Discord. Let me know.
After I made sure you got paid since Arcana tried to steal your 2 gold.
Thank you. Gma says we need to find some grandma gamers and put them all in PvP. That sounds amazing.
Also,
That'd be
there's another ether and a potion here for you guys to on too. That also came out of the guts of one of the ants that Surla very disgustingly dug into and pulled out, and is now canon. Good job.
Yep.
For the
Yep.
potions or for these, you can only use it on yourself.
Correct.
Okay.
So like I can't chuck it at somebody and then they heal.
You can, kind of. You can throw it at somebody as a secondary action because it's a secondary ability, and then they can use it as their secondary action. But it's not
Oh.
like a splash potion. This isn't Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Or
Darn
Baldur's
it!
Gate.
I can't just throw something at
Dang.
2 melee people and get them both.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
You want the potion, Cyrilla, or you want me?
Oh, I have a potion, so I'm good. You can grab the other potion.
Yeah, seeing as how hard these guys actually hit, you're probably gonna need them.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Oh, so they
that's
don't
your mouth.
stack like into each other, right?
Yeah, they're
Nope.
not like a bag or whatever.
Yeah, no, they just like hang out there.
Okay.
You can, if you can't create bags, I can create some bags for you guys to hold that stuff in.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think
See
maybe
here.
this here.
Objects, components.
Nice.
There you go. Then you can just drop all your coins and your ethers and potions in that bag there, and
This feels like my inventory, like these little, not the bags, but the, I don't know what you call them, these shelves.
Pat
Like right above
loot.
I
them.
even, I even named it for you,
Yeah.
Heather. There you go. So now you know exactly what it is.
Oh,
There we go.
Did that say what I think it said?
Pat loot.
That's adorable.
Oh, yours is different.
what does it say?
No, the little note card. Carby fun.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
Epicness.
cool.
Fear thee, my loot of epicness.
2 roots of epicness. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, if you guys want, you should be able to right-click on the bag, and down at the bottom it should say name description. You can change the name of the bag there by putting in the name. You might not be able to, I don't know, it depends. Yeah, you should be see that at the bottom there, it says my mage.
yeah.
Like if you click the bottom one, it says
Tin
yeah, you can check that and just type in there.
Okay.
As long as you guys know what the bags say, that's fine.
Okay.
Alright, so
Cool.
after the tag, the stun punchers have already carried off all the victims and the chocobo remains. As reported, the wagon and its load of precious crystals are gone. Everything else has been left untouched. So now it's up to you guys to examine the area. So let's see here. Let's have each of you make an intelligence check. Now what they're doing here is they're gonna take a d20, and each one of them will roll it, and then add their intelligence bonus to that roll. I have a special number that I'm not gonna tell them, that they have to either match or roll higher than in order to get information.
Oh. All right.
Well, for the love of Pete, get in the thing.
Intelligence, you said?
I
Correct.
definitely didn't get it.
3, 8.
Did you crit fail?
No, I rolled a 2 and then with a +1. Close enough.
With a
to
plus
crit
1.
fail.
You must.
I never claimed to be a
And
smart one.
5.
He might be able to take a big hit, but he's dumb as a box of frogs.
I have a 11 total.
Having a conversation with him is like talking to Can for 5 minutes. You just want to punch yourself in the teeth over and over again. Okay, so we got a 3 from our tank, which is a whole lot of not surprised. What about our white mage? What's the captain build?
8.
Plus your intelligence bonus, which is
Yeah, so I have 11 total.
so 11 total. Good. Summoner. Arcana, would you roll?
Oh, sorry, 15 and 5. Total of 20.
Nice.
Awesome. We call that a dirty 20, by the way. It's not a natural one. It's one that was modified in some way. So, yeah, it's a literal gamer term, but I don't understand why they call it that. Probably because dirty 20 and that's what she said seems to go really well with each other. I don't know.
Mhm. Yep.
Alright, and Dragoon, would you all?
I got a 12.
Awesome. Well, regardless of your success, you all discover a number of clogged sort of footprints. However, the rest of you, as in not 8-bit, I've also discovered scorch marks on the ruined crates that seem to lead towards where is it? It seemed to lead east toward a Blackbrush station. This would lead you to probably believe that this raid was actually carried out by Amaljas and their drakes. However, 8-bit has no idea. All he's like, look, scratch marks. I like flowers.
Yep. I see a butterfly flying around. I get a little distracted, you know.
Let's see here. Arcana and Sorella. Not of this. You guys both realize that it is clearly a larger number of Amalja than just 2 and a Drake. It's probably more like 5 or 6 Amalja and a Drake.
Oh dear, this is a raiding party.
Ooh.
Oh wow, okay.
So now you've got your information. What are you doing from here?
Well, first,
You're now out in front of the corn and coffin or whatever the hell it's called. I don't remember. Coffin and coffin, and I don't remember. One of those two.
coin and coffer,
Something like that. Yeah, I don't remember. I
Okay,
haven't been out there since I was literally level 6, so...
my first instinct would be talk out what we notice, make sure
Okay.
we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Because I might not be the sharpest tool in the shed and somebody might have caught something I missed. In this case, metagaming, knowing the rules, or knowing the dice rolls, I know that I didn't miss anything, but as Arcana, I know that I would think, okay, I might have missed something. I might have spaced out or been foggy. So I want to ask before I assume.
Okay. Well, there's the coffer. It's coffer and coffin. That's what it's called. That's right nearby, like just not even 30 feet away. And that place always has travelers and other adventurers coming in and out of it. So if you're wanting to get any sort of extra information, that'd be a great place to ask a few questions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a
What do
great
you
idea.
guys think?
Yeah, see if anybody saw anything or heard anything even.
Agreed.
Yeah, we could go over there.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Hi. So if one of you walk into the coffer and coffin, I just, you know what, I'm gonna write it down.
2 seconds
I just,
ago.
oh Lord. Anyways, so you guys walk into the coffer and coffin, and it's typically and almost unusually busy, considering there was just a caravan raided not even 30 feet away, not even like an hour ago here. So, it doesn't look like business has affected this area of trouble very much. Probably around let's say R. I said R. I said R. Alright, let me kick in the game. There we go.
Are you a pirate?
There's about,
Brother?
there's about 14, 15 adventurers inside of there. Not all of them are surely adventurers, but some people who come out this way are either provisioners one way or the other, or adventurers. You can tell the difference because most adventurers don't walk around in civilian clothing. They've actually got very intricate robes or armor on of some sort. And then, of course, you've got the proprietor of the inn, a Lalafell name, or I think it's not a Lalafell, it's a higher male. His name is Wowo Bar. I really hate EOCP sometimes.
What was
Dramatic
our
languages are not his fault.
what was our mission from Omodi? Like, what did she actually pay us to do again?
We're
Get to the
here
bottom of
to-
who stole the crystals and get them back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have to
that.
get them
Yeah,
back.
recover the
Okay.
crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
just inspected the caravan's remains and saw that it's been smashed to pieces and there's burn marks pointing to the east. And
Yeah.
there's indicators that it was not just one or two Malja, but like a small raiding party.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which we cannot
Mhm.
handle.
Which would be surprising if nobody noticed anything, because that sounds like that's a fairly large raid that went on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and apparently nobody in here seems too concerned with it since it just happened. Is anybody like seem like they're talking about it or discussing it? Do we ever hear anything?
Not really. I mean, most of the people are at least 2 or 3 pints in, if you catch my drift.
Well, so should we go back to Warren? Does Warren care?
Well, we have
You don't
we have our-
need to go back to him. Yeah, there
we
you
have
go.
our link shell.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys
Yeah.
got link pearls.
Yeah.
Also, hi,
So if
Richard.
you wanted to check in, you could.
Richard says hello, everyone. Richard is just joined our server today.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh,
Richard.
nice.
Welcome, Richard.
Did you get to watch the town hall from yesterday? Maybe.
Yes, the first one to comment, actually.
I'm
Nice.
sorry, Richard.
Oh, that's awesome.
I try to keep Heather down to within 200 slides, but sometimes she gets carried away, and I can't stop her.
So let's link shell Warren.
It's a problem. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me say
let's do
it was leading the conversation with Mr. Warren and his deliciousness.
Oh no. I could talk to him.
Yeah, Cyrilla.
I can talk to Warren. I'll do it.
Get him
Alright.
on the phone.
All right. I'm tapping. What is the emote? You're tapping your ear. You nod down a bit.
You hold your ear and you look down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm doing that, and I'm giving him a ring.
Okay.
Let me know if he picks.
This is Lauren.
Okay. Hello, Warren.
Please leave a message after the tone.
So we're not quite sure, and I look to the group like we're not quite sure if we have all the necessary information. We're trying to see about like a large raid that was going through here earlier. Wondering if you had any information that stands out a little bit, just so that we have an idea of where to go.
Maybe any scouts that reported any
Yeah, maybe any scouts.
But
I repeat
fill him
that
in,
to him.
Fill him in on what we found out too about the Amalja.
It was just like what was it, like 8 or 10 of them? Was it?
Yeah, like a
I
larger
was 6,
party.
I thought.
And it was like 5 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 or 6. There's a large group, 5 or 6 Amalja, very suspicious. And just wondering if you have any information about them, because we're not quite sure if we can take them.
Yeah.
So we
They're
just
also
want to
traveling.
get an idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
also
yeah,
traveling
sorry.
with their Drake.
And traveling with their Drake.
Heading.
Well, we don't have any manpower to even send out there. We've been busy trying to clean up all this as well as multiple other things. Whoops, I clicked on something. What did I click on there? Okay. Like we have to protect all of Blackbrush plus clean up this. So, needless to say, we're a little understaffed as far as this is concerned. The best thing I can suggest is, if you're looking for full payout, then maybe best follow those wagon tracks and see where they lead and try not to die.
Okay. Thank you, Warren. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Warren.
We'll try not to die. That's out of our hands, but we'll try. Okay. All right, I hang up on Warren. Okay, so it looks like maybe our best bet is actually following the tracks
Yeah,
and just seeing where it leads.
seems like it.
It's awesome.
Quick question out of game. The
Yep.
hit points and magic points, those all regenerate after combat's done?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
good.
Okay. Oh wow, just like the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got 335 hit points. Ah.
I
Okay.
like this new rule. Tank has that many hit points is now lore.
Did we
I'm just
get
gonna start throwing all of his crap off the table now.
did we get
Cannon.
experience?
No, because again, like I said, this game doesn't have a leveling system like a traditional tabletop
it's
game
like-
or the MMO. It's like at certain milestones you'll level up.
Got it. Okay. I see.
If you're having trouble there, 8-bit, follow the shadow of the item. I've noticed
Yeah,
that helps me with getting things to lay flat. Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a little bit of a gap there. Okay, cool.
And it's locked for you, so you can't throw it around anymore.
Nice. Appreciate it.
Alright, so you all take your leave of the stone torches and follow the tracks away from the side of the attack. They lead you past the station and to the east, and end at a bridge separating the Blackbrush and the clutch. Below the bridge passes the merest trickle of a river known as Soot Creek. It flows from a cave to the north and passes through another cave due south. The tracks appear to avoid the bridge entirely, instead vanishing into the river's waters.
Do we know which kind of direction they were going in the water? Like as far
No.
as
No, once
Did
it
they-
gets to the water, the tracks just kind of vanish.
Well,
do
but I
you
mean,
go
I
like,
mean, there's a
swim in
cave right
here?
there, so I would assume they probably went to the
other than into the
cave.
cave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can
Yeah,
we
that
scan
would
the
make
area and see if we can see their tracks emerging from the river?
Hmm.
like on the other shore.
Good thought. Yeah. Do we have to
I'm
do
sorry,
any
what was
rolls?
that I was reading?
Can
Do we
scan
notice any
the
tracks or
area
anything on the
and
other
see if
shore?
there's tracks on the other shore?
Give me a mind to check.
Okay.
Mind check.
Roll a d20 and then add your mind bonus.
Right?
It's, 16 plus 2 is 18.
Oh shoot, I keep
The one time we don't need a bit to be smart and he's smart.
Yeah.
Bam, there it goes.
15 and mind, yeah?
Yep.
To 17.
Okay.
Mine's 17 too.
Currently the two casters are dumber than the paladin. This is funny. Dividend, what'd you get?
I did not. I did worse. I did
You did not
second.
roll? Okay. Probably did roll. Okay, halfway. That's fine. Because no, it doesn't look like there's any tracks there. But you do notice that, like I said, there is now some displaced rocks that clearly show that the wagon has been moved downstream and towards that cave.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
So that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Let's go.
say we head that
Let's
way.
go for it. We go
do
for
it.
it.
All right. We're off to see the cave.
You follow the trail of displaced rocks downstream, but pause when the cave entrance comes into view. Before it stands a man dressed in the garb of a merchant, conversing with a Malja warrior. He hides the man's face from view, and you're too far away to overhear what's being said. A few moments pass, after which the two part ways. The man walks off to the east, and the Amalja disappears into the cave's dark maw.
I'm eyeballing
Hmm.
Ungust suspiciously.
Uh, okay, so we have a choice before us. Do we split or do we stay together? Who do we follow?
Well, the
Hmm.
smart thing would be to stay together.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
What were the options?
If
We
we
can
stay
either-
together, then who do we follow?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, there's-
merchant
So it's a question of
or
who do we
the
follow now?
Amalja?
The Amalja went into the cave, and the guy with the hood that you couldn't see took off to the east.
I feel like we follow the person,
I feel.
right?
Yeah. Because he's
So
also
it's-
probably weaker than the Amalja.
Yeah, the Amalja, he's got
Right.
homies that I don't know if we can deal.
Right. Yeah.
See,
Amalja
I'm
and
not
his
even
homies.
worried about them. My thought is more like they may have gotten one merchant's worth of crystals, but this guy looks like he's dealing with them.
Right.
And if he's dealing with them,
Oh.
then
he-
Amagina and Sons is in for a lot more pain than they realize.
Yep.
And
Hmm,
that's who we're ultimately here to help out.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Fair enough. So
Yep.
we're going after the dude.
Yep.
Yup.
The dude that
Yeah.
did the thing. He went that way to do the stuff.
Let's do it.
Darling, as you start to follow him, you discover that his footprints suddenly vanish abruptly behind a craggy bluff. If you'd like, you can try making another mind check to see if you pick up the tracks.
All right. Do it.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
That's
I feel like I've
suspicious. He just
upset her
disappeared.
somehow.
Yeah.
You said
A
mine.
19 plus 2, 21.
11.
8.
Ooh, I got a nat. I got a nat 20.
Nat 20?
Oh, nice.
Oh. It's the worst
Got a
time to
nat
roll a
20.
natural 20 is on a skill check.
Oh.
Mhm.
It literally just means you succeed. It doesn't mean you like super succeed or anything. It just means like, yay, you pass.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if the challenge rating secret number is like 1,000, it still means you made it, but it just means you made it. Like, it's not like I made it. Okay, so we had Heather, what'd you get?
8.
8.
Total.
And Arcana?
I had 11.
11, and then 21, and then nat 20. Oddly enough, the two that have the lowest mind scores are the ones rolling the highest.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? Because my mind score is a 2.
Their mind score is a 1, so.
Oh my.
Well, mine is a 2. Mine is a 2.
Oh, yours is a 2? Okay.
Yeah.
But fair enough, I guess. even still, the meat shield bears, you know. You shouldn't be smart. Okay, so Darian and Cirilla, you both realize that the cliffside seems to be marred by gashes made by some kind of machine. However, you're still unable to pick up the mysterious man's trail. It's almost like he's vanished.
Oh, did we get a good look at him? Was he like
No,
wearing
he was.
anything?
He was too far away and had a hood over his head. He's wearing like a robe with a hood on.
Yeah.
Big
Uh-oh.
a big black robe.
Oh,
Okay.
gravy.
Oh, I get.
Alright,
Okay.
stop there, kids. Alright,
Yeah,
I
I
know
know,
we've
I
all
know.
played the we've
Yeah,
all
yeah,
played the
yeah, I know.
MSQ.
Got it.
People in
Yeah.
black robes in a fantasy setting are always trouble.
Uh-huh.
Sus.
Well, the
No,
bumpers have
we might have all played the
tan
main
robes.
story quest, but let's remember that first of all, this game takes place approximately 5 years after the fall of Element, which is about a year into the Realm Reborn setting. As far as the MSQ plot is concerned, for everybody watching and listening, we are only about level 20-25 for the Warrior of Light, who has just about gotten to the point where they take on Ifrit for the first time. So, try to keep that in mind. These guys have no idea about the weird guys in black robes because
Yep.
they're not dealing with
Makes
them.
No, I'm
So-
talking
Yeah.
about from my perspective. Any
I mean,
fantasy world character in a black robe is trouble.
That's not
Sus.
always true. I'm
That's fair.
I'm legitimately gonna create a glamour of Justinian in a black robe now.
So that's not really
You are
refuting her
trouble.
point. I was going to say that's not really refuting her point.
Okay.
So it looks like
So, yeah.
the walls are marred by some kind of machinery.
Yep.
You've got the
Scenery.
yeah,
Hmm.
like scratches or something that would have been made by couldn't have been made by like natural claws, I suppose.
Huh.
Yeah, this is like almost like tracks have been scraped into the rock side. Whereas, if it was like an Amalja or a drake or any sort of wildlife, they'd be more claw scrapes.
Yeah.
Right. And completely vanished, no footprints whatsoever. Just we're not picking up
completely
anything.
gone. I mean, you still see the the tracks from the machines. So those of them maybe left here is also just poof, vanish.
Right.
Are there
I guess,
any large
like-
stones or anything that
Oh, there's
break our
like
line
stones
of
everywhere.
sight? Anything that breaks our line of sight on the tracks?
No.
Okay.
Is that right? Okay.
Somebody flipped that.
I did.
Oh.
What the heck?
So I guess all we can do is just keep note of like this really weird interaction.
Okay, there we go.
And then, oh, nice. And I guess we'll just go to the emulsion.
Yeah, head back to the cave.
Because I feel like that's all we have left. Yeah.
There's
Look,
nothing else
yeah.
we can do.
I'm gonna make a note here of that.
Was there a notes function?
Yeah, the note card.
Yeah, and if you guys need any more supplies like that, or for the note cards or whatever, you just let me know and I can spawn more in for you. Anything you guys might need.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, if the group agrees, we all just go back, I guess, to the cavern with the emulsion, or where we last saw the emulsion.
I just want to make sure that we didn't like miss an option. Are you like waiting for a
Okay.
keyword 10? Is that how this works? Like we have to
Maybe.
say like, look behind the rock,
Oh, maybe.
right? Or
Well, that's
Maybe
why
I am.
That's why I asked if there was anything that broke our line of sight on the tracks, because then we would have to look behind it to continue seeing the tracks.
Yeah, maybe that's exactly what I'm waiting for. Or maybe there's nothing else to see here and I'm just waiting for you guys to hurry up and go back to the cave. I'm not gonna tell you because it's your adventure. If you guys want to spend the next 2.5 hours turning rocks over looking for an imaginary guy that clearly wasn't actually here, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
That tells me that we should keep looking.
I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
this. I feel like you don't trust me, Arcana.
Trust you explicitly. I just
so
don't
yeah.
trust your motive.
I guess
in
the
this
info that we
moment.
got was that there was some kind of machine in this cave. The guy's gone, and that's pretty
Mhm.
much it, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the tracks led there and then are just vanished. And
Okay.
any searching that we did around, we couldn't find anything that indicated that they just kind of slipped away somewhere. It's just like it's a mystery how they are gone.
Okay, so maybe
I mean, it's not a mystery to me. I know exactly where they went.
Well, of course.
Well, you
yeah.
should.
so let's head back then.
All right.
Sure,
Yeah,
back to the
back to
cave
the-
Yeah, we
entrance.
can do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright. The river is relatively shallow. As you guys walk up to the cave, there's nobody out them. I perched up outside. Like I said, the one guy, the one monster that you saw, went in and kind of disappeared into the darkness. That's a D&D joke if you're really old like me and know what the
Uh-huh.
darkness is.
I went to attack the darkness.
Let's see, where was I? Are we gonna go ahead and venture into the cave, or do you want to scope it out, look around? What do you guys want to do?
I would recommend scoping it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
that sounds good.
Well, clearly, as you guys look around, actually, intelligence checks all around. Let's do it. I like that.
Okay.
Now it's my time to shine.
Now it's your time to roll a 1.
Oh, not really.
Alright.
Not quite that bad, but yeah, 8 plus a 1 would be a 9.
Oh my gosh, what is up with this? Okay. 5
Int?
total.
Correct intelligence.
Okay.
12.
Five.
Powerful
I have a
roll,
6
know.
total.
Yeah.
No, you guys are just all sorts of, Luckily, one of you
Yeah.
is not completely derp mode right now, so that's good. Arcana, you do realize that the wagon trail continues into the cave. Also, there are lore claw marks that are all over the entrance of the cave system, mainly into the door. That's not the doorway, the entrance hole. After that, they kind of The walls are smooth out. Clearly, this cave has been created by water eroding it over in many, many, many eons.
Okay. The claw marks, do they look natural or machine made?
They're very natural. They look very similar to the claw marks that you guys saw back at the coffin and coffee shop that we were at earlier, the Starbucks.
The
That's officially the
Starbucks?
name of that place. It's the Starbucks from now on.
Nice.
I don't want to hear anybody call that place anything else. Like, if I hear anybody in the Discord or in the Freak Company call it anything but Starbucks, I am exacting my revenge upon you immediately.
You're gonna be on the list with 0.
No, there's a whole new list that just got formed, and don't be on this list.
Okay, so looking around, I'm like, okay. It looks like the wagon came through here, and it looks like so did the Amalja. Can I see any burn marks anywhere?
Or hear anything,
No, not
maybe?
really. You absolutely hear something. You can hear the Amalja speaking their more guttural language, their native tongue. Much deeper, but it's a cave, so there's no telling how deep it is because of the way the sound bounces off not only the cave's stone walls, but also from the water kind of deflecting it in all sorts of different directions as well.
Any way that we can maybe kind of discern how many different voices are in there to get an idea
Oh
of how
no,
many are down in there?
there's no chance you can discern how many are in there.
Okay. Do we have a
And
clear
is
look
casting
of just how
fireball.
many people?
Yeah, that's magic missile. There it is, Atomic. I see you. That's the actual joke. If you ever have the opportunity, look up Cast Magic Missile into the darkness and sit back and enjoy. It is
Oh, I see.
that tale is all this time. Yeah, it's a D&D thing.
kind of like the gazebo.
Yes.
I do love that that got paid homage to.
Okay, let's see.
And do we have a clear
I'm trying to
view
catch
of
up,
like
sorry.
no, okay.
Go ahead,
Do
sorry.
we have a clear view of everything that's going on in the cave, or is it
No,
is there
like,
a view obstructed?
it gets pretty dark pretty fast in there. You don't have any natural light. There's no like torches lining the sides of the walls or anything like that. So more than like 30, 40 feet in, it's just darkness.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Do
that
any of
this.
us have like?
Yeah, I
sorry.
was just gonna say, I'm assuming this doesn't work, but would Carbuncle be able to scout ahead as far as being silent?
Oh, that could be interesting.
But I don't know if that would actually work
I
in
mean,
this.
you could try. Why
So
am I
this
getting such
requires-
high
Bad
pings
idea.
right now?
I have no idea, but you really are.
Oh yeah, wow! It just kind of jumps from double digits to triple
Okay,
digits.
it went down
Yeah, I
again.
noticed it.
That was weird.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no, it didn't.
Oh, and it just went up.
Interesting. We'll keep moving. It's weird because I stream with Heather that I'm watching. It looks fine, but the game is being crazy.
Yeah.
As long as I don't disconnect, we should be okay.
Yeah. Alright, so we've determined that the tracks are in the cave. We know that we can hear them. I just need a little bit of metagaming on this one because in Final Fantasy XIV, I can move Carby wherever I want to, but that doesn't mean that I have any interactability with what Carby sees or does.
Right. So
what would
I
the
mean, you know,
real
you could
options
send
be?
him forward and maybe he'd report back to you telepathically telling you what he saw.
Okay. So we
Oh,
do
that'd be
have a
interesting.
connection
Yeah.
because he's my ethereal pet, basically.
Correct.
Hmm.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. So then I can offer Carby up as our seeing eye arcane entity and have it go deeper into the cave, sticking along the edges of the walls to try and not draw attention to itself.
Yeah, go ahead and throw them on the board. Meanwhile, I'm gonna throw these guys on the board. And throw yourselves on the board too.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, 6 mountains jump out at you from the dark, 4 of them wielding spears and wielding pairs of Hora, and the other 2 with staves.
Oh, do they have different weapons? Oh, that's so cool. There's different.
Come on, falling and
Oh,
you can't
shoot.
get up.
Sorry, moved
Why do you
carbuncle.
keep getting knocked over?
Sorry, I think that was me.
Blue.
Hold on, let me.
That's Heather playing with my toys.
Oh shoot.
You
Oh.
there.
You gotta be
Okay.
inside these little orange things. To start off, please, Sterling, you'll need to move your character. And I'm
Okay.
assuming we're gonna continue to keep this turn the original turn order.
It seemed to work.
Or do you
well
guys
for
want to
us
move
last
around? Okay. It's up to you.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I just
think keep the original.
I don't know if we're like going into another battle, but I have to wrap up pretty soon. So I don't
Okay.
know like how
We
the
can
pausing
absolutely-
works.
We can
Yeah.
absolutely quick save right now and just leave the table like this. I can save it, and next time we play, we can start off right with this battle. Well, after a brief last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Because this is I'm assuming this is a phase, right?
Nah, this is just
Or-
a single
like
single
that.
battle. It's not going to be a 2-phase battle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like about
Yeah,
10
we,
minutes left.
Yeah. All
But no, we
good.
should.
We
I mean,
we
if you
had.
wanted to wrap up, we should probably wait till next time.
Yeah.
I just realized we went over by an hour for the original time slot.
Told
So
you.
yeah, what you guys were saying about like how it easily goes over is pretty accurate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Okay, this is awesome. Yeah, we can. I guess what is it? Quick save was it?
Is that
I'll just
something
save
we
the
have to
table
do?
and nope,
Okay.
I do it, and then everything is already done.
Nice.
Oh wow, perfect. Okay.
So
Awesome.
for next time, I do have a question. As far as like D&D has the attack of opportunity. Like if you pass by
Yeah, we don't
somebody
have
in
that
like
here.
melee range, so I can like jump to a different square without having to worry about them being able to attack me on the way.
Correct.
Not jump, but
Because
move to a
remember,
different
they have their own phase that they attack in. So yeah, there's
Okay.
no attacks of opportunity here.
Sweet.
Oh.
Cool.
Hmm.
However, they got the drop on us, so they may have
Very
advantage dice.
Guess who's
That is
got
true, that is
surprise
true.
round?
That is true.
Oh yeah. Does that mean that they go before us?
Yes.
Does that mean they go before
That
us,
means
Tim?
this fight we will actually start on the enemy phase instead of the adventurer phase.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed there's 2 casters in the back, so we might want to focus them down. Whether they're casters or
Yeah.
healers.
Mhm.
Yo,
Yup.
Yeah, this was awesome. I'm so glad we did a session 1. Like I was really interested to see like what things are gonna happen. Will it have that ARR vibe? And I totally felt like I was a sprout, just
Mhm.
Yeah.
adventuring with other sprouts. This was super cool. Thank you so much, Tim.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Thanks, Tim.
I'm more than happy to do it.
Yeah,
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 this
really
was
we'll have
awesome.
to figure out a time. Yeah, it was. We'll have to figure out a time like I guess the next time that we're all available, and then I think I don't know. I guess it depends on you guys. Like, how do you guys want to go forward in terms of what like when we have time slots? Like, because we were trying to be a little conservative. Like, oh, we have 2 new players, so we'll just do 2 hours. but I guess maybe it'll be something we feel out like over time, like how many
Well,
hours we
a big
schedule for
thing
things.
with this session is the first hour of it was filled with introductions, and
Mhm.
the first combat was a little slower because you guys were learning, how everything works and what you can do. And like I said, that session 2 through 3 and 4 and 5, they're just going to speed up and get faster and faster, where we're able to do these single fights like this in maybe 30 minutes. And the rest of it is,
Mhm.
doing role play and whatnot. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to, I guess, basically do this next Saturday, or do we want to do it like every other Saturday type of thing?
Oh, I guess
So
it depends on everyone's schedule. I don't know if people know what their weekends look like. Yeah, for next week.
Well,
My
how about
my
we-
weekends
Saturdays
always
are
look
the
the same.
how about we talk about it like not on stream?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk
Okay.
about it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me
Cool.
let me end the stream first. So we're still in the middle of the adventure, yeah, Tin?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So we're still in the middle of the adventure. We will schedule the next stream and we just pick it up. We just pick off like right where we're at.
Pick up right where we left off. I'll start
Yep.
with a little last time on Dragon Ball Z, and then we'll do right into the combat.
Okay, cool. All right. So, if you want to know when that next session is going to be, we will schedule it in advance and you can find it on our website over at heatherjustplay.com and then also on our Discord server. All the info will be there. And if you're interested in this, please let us know. Let our lore keeper Tin know because there is a possibility
Hi.
of running a second table, perhaps, depending on the interest. But yeah, this is super fun. As you can see, it's just I don't know, it's really cool. So anyone have anything else
It's
to
playing
add?
pretend with more steps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I think that's it. So thanks everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.